Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about adding Commander Wolffe to the Order 66 montage. I've been adding a lot of different clones to Revenge of the Sith and adding cameos where I can. And a lot of cameos are just like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could see Boyle here? But I wanted to do something a little bigger for adding Wolffe to Cato Nemoidia, which is kind of add a little bit of a story or expand on the story that we got in Clone Wars and bring that to the Revenge of the Sith watch through. So while a lot of these edits are cameo for cameo's sake, this one is just a little more, just like that much more. When I came up with the idea, it was okay, Plo Koon is in his fighter, right? So Commander Wolffe serves under Plo Koon, so he would be on Cato Nemoidia. It just makes sense. We're good to go. However, Wolffe isn't necessarily a pilot, so we can't just magically put him in a starfighter, so he has to be on some kind of ground battle. So I thought, what if Wolffe reacted to Plo Koon's starfighter crashing into the Cato Nemoidia building, and like he's in the midst of gunfire and he flips around and he's like, he has to see his general that he's been serving with for the past 3 years just gone. I wanted to bring some of the Clone Wars added lore of the inhibitor chips that were added to the clone's head to kind of give this weird vibe that's going on. So when Wolffe reacts, there's interpretation into his reaction. I wanted it to be vague enough to where you don't really know what he's thinking. If he's sorrowful, like he could, under the helmet, he could be like mourning or very sad to see his general like die. There's another side where the inhibitor chips that are activating Order 66 is like, as a clone, he might be double checking, to see like, did we get him? And the way I wanted to place it is because he was in the midst of blaster fire, he flips around. He has to turn around to see Plo Koon die, and the blaster fire is still going in the background. So I wanted him to kind of ignore the incoming fire because he, as a character, he has to see what just happened. That was the story I wanted to add to this moment. And I really do think that comes across in this edit, in this edition. It took a lot of trial and error. This was my first time using a motion capture suit, which honestly made the process a lot faster. And I think gives a more realistic motion to all the clones in the background, Wolffe. So hopefully I can use this technology more in the future on more edits and figure out how to work out its kinks and like just figure out how to master that a little better. Before I show the clip, I do want to give kind of like a debate that's been happening. I showed this on the Discord and I put like a poll out, and it pretty much was 50-50. I think it was like 54-46, but it was really, really close. So I want to throw this to the comment section here before I commit to either one. And it's a debate between my VFX artist brain and my editor brain, and figuring out what actually is the best creative decision here. So yeah, I'm going to show you version 1, and then I'll kind of explain the debate, and then I'll show you version 2.
It will be done, my lord.
Okay, so that was version 1, and the biggest part of this debate is, do I keep this clip? This clip has been causing me so much trouble. I've literally placed it in between every shot just to see if it worked. Even with ones I'm like, that won't work. I needed to see it because it has been giving me so much trouble as an editor that my editor brain tells me it needs to be cut. It needs to go away. And we just go from the wide shot to Plo to destroyed to Wolffe's reaction. The VFX artist's brain thinks this shot is really, really cool, and it's not that disruptive to the pace that it kind of adds a coolness factor. And it's like a poo.
Execute Order 66. It will be done, my lord.
Now that you've seen it with both, I want you to go into the comments, type in keep the shot or cut the shot. That way I can do like a find and then just tally votes. I think that might be best here. It's just kind of, audience, what do you desire? As you know, you're the only ones who watch these, so what do you want? You know, kind of throw it out to you guys, you know, make you guys be the ones to decide. So I can always point to you and say it was your fault. You did it. Don't let my opinion affect your vote, but my opinion is that I kind of want to keep it, even if it hurts the pace a little bit. I think it's a cool shot, and sometimes cool wins for me. You know, if it's cool, it can win, and I think it's cool. I hope to do more scenes like this in the future where I'm actually adding new stuff on a bigger scale, like new scenes or new moments, rather than just like fixing or adding something to the background. Don't get me wrong, I love doing those are gonna stay, but I want to do more of this kind of more labor intensive work to get new scenes added. And with that, that's the end of this video. I mean, there's really not much more to go over other than I hope this lived up to the hype, because I did kind of build it up. I let y'all know that this was coming, especially if you've been following the Discord. Yeah, and with that, I'll see y'all in the next one.